All right. Last video, we performed a Oracle install on CentOS version 8. So this video, we can perform a Db2 install on CentOS. The version is 11.5.7, and that is most recent by IBM. And also, we're gonna this time use a non-GUI as Db2 install command. Okay. Once again, the server name is C8. It is a CentOS 8. The user I'm going to use as a root for simplicity, or we can use a sudo user, okay? So the download of Db2 install image is completed, so I'm not going to repeat here, and also upload it to the server side. Use SCP or WinSCP, or SFTP. All right, so let me just go ahead to log on to the remote server. So the user is root and the server name is C8, okay? So I'm going to, in the server, let's do a cat. So let's see what the version we have. It's going to be CentOS release. You see, CentOS stream release 8. You can also do the same thing, use Red Hat release. Okay, this same. Okay, so let's look at what is in my current directory. So this one, it is the one they installed the tarball. So we're gonna untar this tarball. It's going to be tar xvf and followed by the tarball. So everything is going to be uncompressed into this folder. Okay, once this is done, so we're gonna go into this folder to pre-check. Okay, and so it's going to be pre-check, Db2 Pre-Check. Okay, so we're gonna run this command with these options. -L means latest. -I means the we don't need to install the pure scale. All right, let's see. Probably it is finished right now. No, it's still ongoing. So let's give it. Okay, it's finished. So I'm gonna cd to this directory server dc. Okay. So there's a few commands in this directory or folder. One of them, this is Db2 Pre-Check. So we're gonna prerequisite check. Okay, so the command is Db2 Pre-Rec check. Okay, so we're gonna run this command to check what we need, like Db2 required packages. So -L latest -I. Okay, so we're gonna use this one. So the first problem we encountered is a segmentation fault and or call dump. After I receiving this error message, so I did a Google search, and there's no exact, but I was research and find a workaround. So the workaround is like this. Earlier when we see, let's see. Earlier when we see this cat CentOS release, somehow in this most recent CentOS release, they changed the format. It used to be after this major edition, they have a dot by a minor, release. So that is causing the Db2 core dump. So what we can do is we can make a small modification to this file. So we're basically adding a dot, whatever, let's say .5 or .4, okay? So that is the current release, okay? After that, let's repeat this command. So now the command is working. It's asking us to see, it's failed to find those packages. So it's fairly straightforward. You can, to install these 32-bit packages, but most likely we will not use because nowadays it's x64. So it's pretty safe to just ignore these things. And also we can also, ignore this one because really we are not going to use the Tivoli SAMP. This is for the higher availability. So, but just for demo purpose, let's fix one of them. So the fix is going to be for this. The last one is going to be the K shell. So we need to install K shell to satisfy this requirement. Okay, so basically we install the K shell. Let's check again. You see that it's gone. So I'm not going to fix this too. There's another video showed how to fix this. It's very simple. It's basically you run the yum or DNF and like something like that. Okay, yum, and you're gonna run what provides this library, and you will find what packages needed to be installed. Okay. All right. So basically, those is the packages lib. So let's continue. Once this finished, so we can go ahead to install the software. So the command to install is db2 install. Prior to the install, let's take a look at the syntax. Okay. So it's going to be the command -b where you're gonna install. -p is the product number, short name. If you not specify, they will prompt you. Okay. Here I'm gonna introduce this one. We are not going to install the tsamp. Okay. Tivoli SAMP. We are not going to install the pacemaker. That is the clustering software. Okay. IBM started to support after 11.56. So I guess that's it. So we're gonna use let's go ahead do it. So we're gonna do db2 underscore install. So we're gonna skip tsam. We don't want pacemaker. So then we just return. So they will ask the license agreement, where you're gonna install. Here, this is the default, right? So we can just keep it for simplicity. So let's go. So then you will install what product. We're gonna install the server, okay? So, and we can ignore this 32-bit library, okay? All right, so let's go back our documentation. So after pass the Db2 pre-check, prerequisite check, right? We just called, let's see, Db2 Pre-Check, okay? Like this. And then we're gonna do a Db2, let me use uppercase, okay? That is the IBM standard way to use like this, okay? So we're gonna do Db2 install Db2, okay? Install Db2. And the command we're gonna use is db2 underscore and -f, okay? There's no pacemake, okay? No tsamp, okay? No tsamp. Tsamp, okay? All right, so that is what we're going to use. All right, so let's see where this states is number 47. So once this install finished, so the next we're gonna do, the software installation is going to finish, right? So we're gonna continuously we're gonna create instance, okay? So you see at the end the execution was successful. So far so good. So the next we're gonna do it is create a instance. Okay, create a db2 instance. So prior to that create, so we need to have a user to create it. Okay, so we're gonna create a user to be it's called the instance owner. Okay, so let's use the Linux command user add. It's called a db2 inst1. So we're gonna this is it's already there. Let me remove it. Just db2 user del. Okay, -r. So I'm gonna remove for fresh. Okay. So I remove the user. So let's create this user. Okay. All right, the user created. So it's a simple user. You can set a password for this user. So this is the user. Okay. So we're gonna run the user add. So it's a user. Once this user created, so we can create the instance. The command we're gonna use the opt default location IBM db2 the version, and then it's going to be in the instance that directory. It's going to be db2 icrt. That just means instance create. Then followed by the u. It is you're going to specify the user for the fence user. So for simplicity, we just reuse the same user. Okay. All right, then it's going to start it to create the instance. All right, so let me get here. Oh, okay, so paste here. Okay, so let's let me move to the second line. Okay, so it's use this to create the instance. All right, so the instance is created. So then now next we're gonna sudo to this db2 instance. Let's see. Yeah. So let's start it. So we're gonna start it. Okay. So start the instance. So let's see. Next is going to start db2 instance. Right? So okay. So the command is db2 start. But for this one, you need a logon as instance owner. Okay, whatever the instance is. Okay, it's not the root anymore as the instance. So once the db2 started, then you can create a database. Also, you can check the db2 processes running. Okay, let's for example like this. You see the main engine process is db2 sys. Okay. This is this root that is the fault monitor. Okay, so mainly we just this is the main engine process. If this process is gone, that means this instance is done. Okay. So now we can create a database. Okay, so we can simply just use IBM create a sample database. It's called a db2 sample. Okay, let's just let me Ctrl-C it. db2 sample without the E. So let's see, start the db2 instance, create a database. Okay, create a db2 database. So for simplicity, we use the db2 sam 8 characters. Okay, to create a database. So after that, we can run a db2 connect, db2 and connect to, right? So the database name is called sample, or we can run a command db2 list db directory. Okay, so all right, so I'm gonna save this file. Okay, so it's completed. So it's gonna let me just type here then db directory. So you will see a database called sample. So let's do a db2 connect to the sample database. So connected. Let's do a db2 list tables to see what table being created. You see it's total 47 tables owned by this user. You can see the different type, okay? So you will see the type. Some are called T. T means table. S are called summary table. A, it is alias. V, it is view, okay? Those things. And also we can do a db2, we already connect, so we can do a db2, let's see, select star from this department, VEMP, from this department or the employee table, or view. So you see this is the either from the view or you can from the employee. Okay, so you can query. Okay. All right, so that's a quick install for the DB2. So the next video, I'm going to do a SQL Server. So on the same box. So in this way, I have 3 databases on the same box. So for the just resources consideration, because I can just start up one box, can learn these 3 database all together, okay, instead of I have to cut like 3 boxes. If you also need to learn SQL Server on Windows, so you will need to cut another Windows box, okay. So that's all for today.